I was born in Ripley, Alberta, Canada. I lived there till I was 6 years old. At age 4, I was placed in foster homes. At that time, there was a genocide going on in the Native American community in Canada. The Canadian government said we have too many of Cree. They're taking over Canada. So the plan was to take as many children from their parents as they could and adopt them out. I was adopted in 1972 and moved to here in Minnesota. My first day at kindergarten, and I still remember vividly in my head, I walked in with my mom holding me, and one girl came up to me and she says, "You're brown." And I was called Brownie and Indian for years. That's, I think, where a lot of my identity crisis started. Not only was I taken from the reservation, I was taken from my heritage. I grew up knowing I was Native, but I didn't know what that meant. My dad's job had been threatened, so he found another job in Iowa, and we moved to Iowa. It was in that town that it's where I found relief, where I found that alcohol could take away whatever I was feeling. I became a mom at 16. And I dropped out of school when my oldest son was born and didn't go back. During that time of raising my kids, I also had alcohol become more of a friend until it got to the point one day that I knew not coming home on a Friday night till a Monday morning to pick up my kids, I knew alcohol had become a problem. My youngest son, his name is Matt, asked to join the military. I struggled with that. I struggled a lot with that. So he sat me down. He said to me, "Mom, this is something that I want to do for myself." And he said, "I want to make somebody proud." When he graduated, he was shipped out that next June or July to his first tour in Kosovo. He was excited. His last tour was at Afghanistan. When that kid came back from Afghanistan, he wasn't the same, and I knew it. I knew it, and a few of his close friends knew it. December 25th, 2013, I received a phone call that my son had committed suicide on Christmas Day. That day changed my life forever. I've spent the last 5 years hiding my grief in a bottle. My grief was, they couldn't help me. They couldn't fix me. They couldn't take away the pain. And I didn't know how to make it stop other than drinking. By this time, I had lost everything. Literally, I woke up in Hennepin County detox with not a clue how I got there. And Hennepin County gave me a ride back to where I thought my car might be, and that was at a motel room, and it wasn't there. My car was stolen, my phone was gone, my money was gone, everything. Everything that I had packed in my vehicle, my life, everything was in that car, and it was stolen. I called a person from Alcoholics Anonymous and asked them if they could take me to a meeting. And not only did she take me to a meeting, but she gave me a shirt to wear because it was cold and I didn't have a shirt to wear. And she put me up at a motel for that night and told me that the next day we'd figure out something. I ended up going to a treatment center in Granite Falls, Minnesota. After I finished treatment there, Granite Falls said, "Why don't you go to Rochester?" I knew I had to do something different. I was no longer wanted anywhere. Since coming to Rochester, I needed somebody that I could be accountable to. I found my sponsor, my mentor. I found her because I watched her in the recovery community. I knew what she had, I wanted. I wanted her words, I wanted her poise, I wanted her class. So I asked her to be my sponsor, and she has been, she's been a godsend. What Sarah has done for me is gave me something to believe in. Every Sunday, these ladies and few gentlemen, we get together at Sarah's home, and this wonderful man serves us blueberry pancakes and bacon, all the bacon we want. And I have had the opportunity to go to Breakfast Club, is what we call it. It's given me friends. We all connect together on some form of recovery. And I need that. I need to be around women like that. We inspire each other. I know we do. They inspire me. My hopes and my dreams is to finish RCTC with the associate's degree in drug and alcohol counseling. I will leave with a license to practice in a residential treatment facility. My goal is to help Native women. I understand enough about the culture that I'm able to respect their traditions and move forward in a alcohol, drug-free life, because it can be done. I know that. Sarah's my example too. It can be done, a day at a time.